It's hot in here, so I had to open up some windows. Pardon the bird chirping, if you can hear it. All right, so let's see here. Where are we at? No, it's possible that these are wrong numbers. Or I got the probe on the wrong. No, it actually moves at the right time. It goes low, but it doesn't go 101 on 101. It goes low and stays low. It's not clocking. And then it goes back high again. So the SD clock signal is not right. Let's, it would be in here. That's in here, the SPI, the clocker. So if this thing is still not working right, and it has the wrong value, this is where the handoff to the RAM could go awry. Let's try and actually test this, shall we? Let's put a buffer in here. Let's just say message DB. There's the dogs. See, they're all excited because we're making progress. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And then a 0 terminator. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to print this string. Then I'm going to modify it. And then I'm going to print it again. And if that doesn't work, then the handoff isn't handing off. Alright, so we're going to copy everything into the RAM. We're going to poke at this bugger, and then we're going to call conninit. Then we're going to call put HL, load HL with something, and then we're going to do the same thing down there with, what is it, dot message or something? What do I call it? Down here, a message, okay. MSG. Then we're going to call that bugger. Then I am going to say load A with, dash. Then I'm going to say load into the memory at the address in the HL register, which may or may not have been destroyed by up here. I don't recall, so I'll just do this again. It doesn't matter, we're hacking anyway. And then we're going to say, oh, this is so bad. MSGA. Then we're going to store it in MSG plus 2. Okay? And then we're going to call put, yeah, well then just do this. And then we'll call put S again and let it go on its merry way. So what we got, we're going to print what's there. Then we're going to try to modify it and then print it again. And if it doesn't have dashes and over the A and the C, then this is not RAM. And something is awry. No, I think 0 terminated strings is what I did in put S. Unlike CPM, it just uses $. Okay, there you go. It's got a 0 in there. Now, I use single quotes around my strings everywhere. Maybe that's a thing. I can't remember. I suspect it would work either way. Some systems, if you put double quotes around it, it'll 0 terminate it. If you put single quotes around it, it won't 0 terminate it. I don't remember if this assembler works one way or the other. Alrighty, let's see what happens here. Fine. Okay, forcibly rebuild the whole thing. make world on here and get the RAM initialization into the FPGA, make prog. Okay, so here's what we're looking at now. So it resets. You know what? No, that doesn't. No. Because the CPU's crashed right now. I was wondering if it could be doing something that could disrupt everything, but no. Because when I hit reset, it should redo the flip-flop and everything. That's interesting. Boy, it's going nuts now. It's working! And then it croaked. What did it do? It's booting. Booting 1. Da-da-da-da. Now it's seized up, but who cares? Holy crap! Nobody move. Wow. Oh, that might be the whole thing, at which point we know CPM will crash. Of course it will crash, because it doesn't... What will CPM do? Oh, the CPM will crash. Well, actually, I don't know what's on this SD card. Who knows what it's doing? Oh, are there 20? Is there 20 hex? That would be 32. Is there 32 dots there? You know what this means? It means that I screwed up and probably didn't recompile it or something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And, oh, jeez. It works perfectly. But you know what's weird? Oh, there it is. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, blah, 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 blah. I may have not recompiled it correctly. Wowie, wow. Wow. Well, sometimes you got to take it however you can get it. Let's see if we can reboot. It's definitely loading again. Wow. Just wow. I don't know what was wrong. You know what? I just recorded everything. I can go back in the video and watch it myself. We can all have a big laugh. Maybe I was like in the wrong directory. I hate when this happens. It fixed itself, and I don't know why. Well, it was supposed to work. History. What did I do? S180. Now I'm in the CPM. CD to boot. I've been in boot for a while. Make world, make, and a make is on there. 1 or 2. I don't know. Could I have compiled in the wrong spot? Yeah, I don't know. I'll watch this and throw up if that's the case at some point at like 9x normal speed. Okay. All right. Wow. Well, like as I said 6 hours ago, all we need to do is map a few pins. Ugh. There's something unsettling about this win. Okay. Now I could put the Hello app in that partition and let her fly. Or we could go for the gold. I don't know if I like this idea. But to be honest with you, if it can, if you watch the earlier video, there's an enormous amount of what's going on in order to read just one block off an SD card. So this is doing an insanely huge amount of stuff successfully and correctly for that to happen in any way. So, yeah, that means it's probably okay. Wow, this is just disturbing. Con init, do a bunch of junk, initialize stuff. Wow. I wonder if this wastes... Oh. It's possible that this consumes some time after the init. Well, I mean, just printing out one little lousy message at whatever the 19.2. Because it does print out this boot message here. It wastes an insanely huge amount of time. I mean, in theory. But maybe it got through here too fast. I don't know. I mean, the LDIR is going to go really fast. It could be that this goes super fast. The whole startup could take less time. But it's not like reset actually goes to the SD card. There's nothing about the SD card that's tied to the reset button and the reset logic. There's no way that could make a difference. Just not possible. In the Nouveau directory, make world. What did I do? Forget to make prog? Not multiple times. I could forget it once, but... Alright, let's see what happens. Well, it's definitely loading now, and I removed the message. So it's nothing like that message miraculously did something to wake up something. Well, let's not try to figure out how it was broken, and just instead rejoice in that it's fixed. I will not sleep until I know what I did. I'm going to assume at the moment that I did something that will cause, the memory's moved around too, but that's not that much. It's not like it grew over 4K or something. Yeah, I will have to watch the video myself and see what I did. It's very disturbing. Alrighty. Okay, so what do we do now? In the retro, we do the same thing with the library that we did everywhere else and put this in backwards mode. And in many ways, we're done. But we do not have banking. Okay, there we go. That's right. We depend on a lot of things. We cannot use any memory banks. So what is this thing going to do? I forgot how to even use it. We configure... Oh, there's like a disk thingy that configures all this stuff. All of CPM is in there. This all comes in. Now, we don't have printer. We don't have... what will happen is we'll get errors from parts of the code that want something that it cannot have because I don't have it in the I.O. file anymore. So what do? We say no cache ASM with a bunch of drives relative to the start of the boot partition, yada, yada, yada. So we got, this is if one, we have no cache. Otherwise, we do... Oh, there's more drives, but there's not enough RAM for all of them. That's right. Otherwise, we can do all kinds of crazy stuff with special caching and creating all these like stubs and all the extra cool stuff in the vectors that it needs. Fine. So if I don't do the cache, I don't think I'm ever going to do any memory bank switching. You're not expected to mount the same drive more than one way and expect it to work. Yeah. And that, I mean, don't put, like drive A in here, at this offset, and another one over here at the same offset, because those are the same disk. And yes, that would be very weird. I'm sure I talked about that in the video. Let's see here. Only if you're on a Pi, you can do your thing like this. Yeah, with one of those SDA adapter things. Really? What does the SD card that's in it show up as? Oh, it shows up as one of those. Fine. Alrighty. Alright. If I type make world, it'll crap out on things like... Wow. It should be okay with that. It should have came in from the other file. Okay, so CTCs, SAO. Can I not find... Whatever. Why would it list this whole thing? Maybe it doesn't know what a low bank is or something. All right. Okay, that's printer. Oh, it's the printer. Of course. Printer busy, printer. Why is all that not working? Unable to find a ConTX care. Rare. I said lab. Oh, because it wants to include SIO rather than including con. All right. All right, init console. I'm going to just call init con. Who calls this thing? Killed two birds with one stone. Console should still be initialized from the bootloader. So that'll be interesting to see if we initialize it while it's already running. The ASCII, the sky in there. See if it's okay. All right, so we don't want SIO and we don't want CTC, so we can say if I'll do the same thing I did before. I'll include console. And then I'll say else. Otherwise, I'll forget what it used to be. And I don't want Mr. Pern. Mr. Pern. Put them in there. Okay. PRN. So how many Perns are there? Right, ELSE. All right, we can get rid of Mr. Pernsturber. We care about low bank. We're looking good. Okay, Mr. Pern. I'm going to just return. Print it, throw it away. Tail call the driver. Init routine. Okay. Oh, the PR stat. Return the ready status of the list device. 0 is return if it is not ready. FF if it can be ready. The A with the FF. Else, do that. Always ready and throw it away. If we're not ready, it might actually block somewhere even though I'm not using desk pool, but you know what I mean. It's always ready. Don't worry about it, and throw it away and go on your merry way. Fine. And he's gone from there. Okay, that's like everything. Where's Mr. There it is. Yeah, that's just about it. That's great. Okay, now what's going on with Mr. CTC? Initial, well, who calls this? Well, we can go ahead and keep this and just use it as a trampoline. And say, go to, what do I call the initcon? Lib n star con star con con init. Consolius in the list. We don't have an it list anymore. I'm going to have to do that. So I'm going to just go to, what do I want to do? Jump to, I'll just tail call that, let that run, and then let it return. Okay. This needs to actually do something as well. Just to be able to compile the rest of the code. Okay, so it goes in here, does nothing. Initialization doesn't do anything. Okay, init console. And that doesn't get done. Okay. Wow. Okay, so with no more printer. Con RX care, con TX care. Oh, that's why I intercepted this. We were playing around with the cache that one time. If I had a special key that I hit. Wow, that's in this code? I should have never released that. It could really confuse somebody. I'm sorry if that got into the real release. That is not wise. That was a mistake. Okay. What else is going on? I just wrapped around. Okay, what's else? 0 always suffices. That's fine. Okay. Punch reader init console. Alright, what am I going to do wrong here? The call gate is that config thing. Deals with all that. Put SX on SD card spot. We believe that's okay. Con's probably okay. GPIO output cache. BIOS stack. Okay. Wow. It is possible that I just ported the whole thing to work on the new board. Even with all the 6 hours of debugging UARTs and bit ports, that's still a pretty reasonable goal. It is a goal if I finish all of CPM in 6 hours, even though it's only going to take me 20 minutes in the end here. But if it goes right away, it could take another 6 hours. Okay. Wow. Alright, what happens after this? File system? I don't remember what all it does, the assemblers and all that fun stuff. Make world. So we walk the whole tree, then what's going to happen is Oh, I don't normally build this on my Pi. At least on this one. This is my FPGA Pi. My other Pi is in my in a box that's hooked up to my Retro. I ought to make sure that this SD card is not important to me for something. Actually, it was in the junk bin. So that's okay. I can. Well, I certainly don't want to commit this into the repo. I can just copy the whole tree. No, that stinks. What's the easiest way to do this? Just to install the CPM tools, if I can, on a Raspberry Pi. And I think I can, because I think I've done it. I've certainly advised others to do it. Sudo apt install CPM tools. That might do it. Please work. Just work. Something. Just work. Like, you need to update your entire OS. That'd be lovely. Thank you. All right, make world. Let's make the whole universe here. Fine. What did he do? He got CPM. He's got tests. Now, the thing is, the libraries are out of whack. So, spytest.bin. Well, we were just playing around with these tests. That's okay, and we're not going to run them. Retro is the BIOS, and that is right. The boot is right, because we know it boots. I'm shocked. I'm going out and getting a beer. That's what I'm doing. Heading into the garage fridge for a nice brewski. Okay, all right. I'm gonna go for broke. Oh, here we go. Where is the? I don't even remember how to do this. I'm just losing it here. No, I haven't already had my brewski. What are we doing here? It's a make burn or make prog. What am I thinking? I got sick and tired of typing it in all the time. I bet it's in the make file. And it probably works okay on a Pi. Oh, that's right. I put some special checks in here that made sure that I don't wreck my workstation. This is like, if the machine you're on is called blah, don't do this. So I need to make really sure it doesn't do anything weird. Release all this junk. The retro image, the assemblers, and all that other fun stuff, all those things. Oh, let's make a release. And the zip, that's how I make the release that goes in the Git hub repo. Boot, test, hello, retro. All clean word, all dears, clean dears. Well, how do you program this stink rot? Who did this project? Just saying. That's right. This is where all these are. Hey, look. There's the doc I should have read. Then it will do this. And with these deficits, and do all that. And it's all in the make file. Consider doing this. Blur, blur, blur. Then you can do this if you want. You can do that. Blur, blur, blur. Get some games and do some other stuff. I ran this on my Retro. It's pretty cool. It does all kinds of tests. That is not what I expected me to do. That is my image, all right. Did I have something that never got documented in here? Yes. Warning, you're not logged into this or that. Don't do this. Okay, see this SD host name? Yeah, I know at least one other person that ran this and corrupted a drive. I had a drive get corrupted. You know, I'm just saying, I might have made a boo-boo at one point. So these are probably in some config file somewhere. Disk def is that. Use that. And Raspberry Pi. So this thing expects this machine to be called Raspberry Pi, but this one's actually called FPGA. So if I actually type make burn, it should crap out and say you're not logged on to the right thing. That's good. And that's probably the most unsafe test anyone could ever run. Well, let's play global thermonuclear war and just see what happens. But I remember doing all this. So I'm going to have to fix this so that it will actually run on my Pi. There we go. FPGA. If you just install, Raspberry and Raspberry Pi OS on a Pi, by default it names it Raspberry Pi, and that would work fine. But if you clowned around and renamed it like I did, you end up with that, or whatever you named it. So I can go ahead and type make. What was it? Prog. And it will do the right thing. It makes a drive image. Make burn, I guess. I am going to burn it into the dev, SD dev. Where does that come from? It's also in this, I'm sure. Dev, SDA1. All right, so I have a little adapter. Put my SD card in my little adapter and plug it into the USB port on my Pi. Alright, so I plugged it into the Pi, and we do this, and we do not see a dev SD. Now, the reason we do not see a dev SD is because it probably has a garbage file system in it. Yeah, alright. A, B1, and B2. The fact that I got an SDA and an SDB in here suggests to me very strongly that I don't know what I'm doing. This might have two partitions on it. Yeah. Nothing got mounted. Well, it certainly wasn't automatic. I don't know what's on here. That might actually be like a Raspberry Pi distribution disk or something. I don't know what's on it, and I'm not missing anything, so I'm going to just blow it away. Why not? It's in the box of stuff that is officially retired and not being used for anything, so I think it's going to be all right. Should be all ready to do this. All right, what am I going to do? DD, dev 0 to SDA, block size. Yes, that'll put zeros in there. Well, you know what? I can go ahead and run part ed on there. Let's have a look, see what is on there now. Dev SDA. Cannot open that thing. Why not? Oops. What the? Get out of here. Okay. Dev SDA. There is one right there. Sudo part ed SDA. Cancel. Okay. Alright, then let's start at the beginning and blow that sucker away. This is why I gave you this extra thingy up here. I'm going to write zeros in there. Because you can get your partition editors all confused if it has some weird crap on there. Dev 0 to Dev SDA. Done. Wow. Just wow. What is wrong with that thing? Alright, so I'm going to do this on my desktop. That's where I normally do these. And of course, I can't reach the USB port. Alright, so it made a dingus. What is on this thing? A terminal on my desktop here. I got a big mess. Oop. Very good. Now, I need to be very careful on this system because it's not going to be SDA. I could wreck these are like a mirrored file system, some other crap. I'll bet SDC is the one that just got mounted. D-message. Yeah, so it... Oh, or D. I got a C and a D. C went away, D came in. Is anybody doing SDD on here? There's all kinds of junk in here. Alright, so... I think it's this one. Let's unplug it and put it back in. And see if it goes away. Yes, it does. A and B, do not touch those. Mental note, do not wreck those drives. No, I think when it said it had C and then it went away and then it remounted as D, it's because I probably plugged it in and was messing around with it. Wow, I got a C and a D that showed up. It would be nice if there was an absolute certain way. Media removed. Stop pulling. Whatever. Okay, so the D is probably the right thing. It's certainly not my main mirrored file system, which I know that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do this to F. SD... SDD. As in dog, right there. Okay, and then I am going to write a bunch of stuff on it. Gonna mess it up. I'm gonna mess it up. All right. Now, if I unplug it and replug it, it should show up as a bare drive with no partition table, and it won't know what to do. It might even pop up a thing and say, "Ooh, what do you want to do with this?" Oops. Oops. Really losing it here. Yeah, okay. Oh, it has a C and a D. It might be that the little hand, I put the SD card inside of a little like adapter. And the adapter might show up as a disk letter also when you use it. That I'm just saying. Alrighty, so I just plugged it back in the Raspberry Pi. And that looks more like one would expect. But I don't get this. The fact that I got two drive letters showing up here. Like I said, I think it might be the adapter might look like a partition of its own. It does. That rings a bell. There was something weird about that. And this is a new one. I bought a new one. I couldn't find my old one. So this may work a little differently. That's all. So let's go ahead and see if drive B is the one that I should be romping on. Maybe that's why it failed earlier when I was trying to write to drive A. Minus N make what's he gonna do? If I ain't right, I'm gonna die. Otherwise, do all this and run that. Now, it's gonna want to go to SDA, which might actually not work. Make burn. Yeah. That's because I need to run the partition editor. Jeez. Bang part. Sudo part editor. Jeez. It really is difficult to do this and while narrating. It really is a pain in the butt. So, I suspect this will still fail. Yeah, let's cancel and go to B. It probably would have been right the first time. There we go. So I blew away the... so yeah, this drive is toast. Anyway, so I'm supposed to do what? Make 135 block or whatever. Make part SDB. What's he doing? I did SDA. Oh, how about we do this first? There. If I can read my own instructions. Who's a moron who wrote this hideous manual? The nerve of this jackass. Okay, here we go. Here we go. That would be me if you're not paying attention. For those of you that fell asleep 20 hours ago and just woke up now, I'm laughing in my face. That's it. Do I need to save it? Make part. Boom. Print. Boom. Q. All right. There we go. Let's inspect the MBR. This is, I guess, B. Either that or destroyed many machines. And I have a lot of reinstalling to do. It is not likely, but you never know. It says do a bunch of stuff, blah, 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 and I can see that I got stuff in there. 55AA at the end, that's the marker that makes it a valid partition. 1BE, oh yeah, right there, that's the bad boy right there. All right, LS minus AL, Dev SD, something or other. I'm on B. So now I got a B and a B1. Okay, because that's what it's got. So that's matching there. No, this is how to do the hello world and all this other fun stuff. So now we have a drive that should work okay if I have the right partitions and junk in here. So this one's going to go to B. I have to make sure I don't push this back out. Next is probably fine. So make burn. It can't possibly work. I hope it does though, because I'm doing this too long. All right, here we go. Let's just blindly fire it up and see what happens. Actually, I don't need to reflash anything. It should boot this, and it should go. Here we go. Fingers crossed. Actually, this is an actually... Oh, I got a directory! Oh, this is... oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Holy crap. Does Adventure work? Holy crap. The drive is probably slower than the Retro without any assist. And we're running at 6 megahertz. Actually, it's hard to do a speed... oh, this is definitely slower than the Retro. It's freaking going, though. I see all the LEDs over there flickering. Yeah, well, we have to crank the phi clock up and run this sucker at 20 megahertz instead of 6. Maybe it'll go faster. Oh, wow. This is unbelievable. Go in. What's there? Take everything. Take lamp. Take food. Take bottle. Now, this game is a little different because I'm used to the bottle not having water in it. And that you have to remember to fill it with water. You're in the well house, you can do that in here. So, if you don't know to fill it with water, you're in trouble. Because you need it. And that's the magic word. Uh-oh. XYZZY. I mistyped. Poof! And you got to remember to light the lamp, otherwise you can't see and you trip and fall and croak. Awesome. Oh, this is amazing. This is just amazing. So 5 hours, I'm exaggerating. How long did it take me to get the UART? 2 or 3 hours for a UART. It's 5 o'clock now. I took 2 breaks. Yeah, maybe 5 hours total. I don't know. I'll have to edit. This won't even fit in the editor. I'll have to make a couple parts out of it. But holy cow. Well, it was a 1-day goal project. I made that goal. I was a little ambitious, thinking I could get it done by lunch. I am starving right now, by the way. So lunchtime it is at 5:30 in the afternoon. I declare this an outrageous success. This is the coolest thing ever. I just can't believe it. I really can't believe it. I don't believe it. I'm waiting for the thing to catch on fire. This is awesome. Well, I'm going to leave it here. Before I find anything wrong, I might as well leave the day on a high note. This is just awesome. Thanks for watching, especially if you got through this whole thing. I mean, oh my gosh, this could be the cure for insomnia for many people. I'm just putting it out there. Maybe it'll be helpful. I don't know. Maybe it won't. This is definitely cool. I mean, come on, seriously. This is awesome. Super awesome. Get the whole thing to go. Almost no mods. Get rid of the printer. Shut off the memory banking, which I don't even use unless I have the drive. And the whole thing just works. This is... I'm like, wow! Didn't even edit a lot of the files. And the ones that were edited, I could probably make like this in the include path, the order in which the includes work, and have the retro version versus the nouveau versions that I just have, like I said 5 hours ago, the nouveau overriding libraries, the retro overriding libraries, the common libraries, and then this whole thing would be portable, and a config file at the top would be which architecture you choose. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to clean up the code and do that. But I'm not going to do it now because I've had enough of this for now. When I clean up and organize what I've got and refactor a little bit in the mess, I'll walk through it, and just so everybody understands that change and how to configure if you want to still use the retro versus the nouveau and hack your own S180 project together. This is awesome. Thanks for watching. I'll see you. Who knows when? Bye-bye. Take ride. Do I go west? I don't remember which way I go. Oh, I gotta go east. Uh-oh. You know what we never did? We never tested the overrun. I'm not resetting the overrun flag right now. That was the thing that hung us up this morning, right? Me, guilty. But it will rear its head. We need to test that and make sure that we get around it. That'll be another day. Right now, I'm good. Bye-bye.